Hey everyone, I've got 3 cool MagSafe wallets to share with you all today. But before I talk about my experience of using these MagSafe wallets over the last 3 months, let's take a closer look at what they offer. In the big box of products that SupCase sent to me a few months ago, there were 3 MagSafe wallets. All wallets are part of the SupCase MagFlip series, whose name comes from the fact that these wallets can be transformed into an adjustable phone stand at any time. A variation of the wallet is available which allows you to store an Apple AirTag at the back, which is a useful feature as it allows you to detect your wallet's location at all times. The wallets are by no means the thinnest or lightest MagSafe wallets on the market, but being a little thicker allows them to store up to 5 cards. In contrast, the lightest MagSafe wallets on the market typically hold just 1 or 2 cards. If you wish, the wallets can be used as a regular wallet, but one of the selling points of the MagFlip is its strong magnet which boasts 3,000 grams of magnetic force. All of the wallets have a hard plastic shell on the back. The only exception in the whole range is the brown colour that I have, which is made from premium genuine leather. The standard MagFlip case is available in 7 colours. Dark green, brown, silver and gold retail at $44.99, whilst black, coral and carbon retail at $49.99. The package includes an extended warranty card and a circular magnetic adhesive pad for phones that don't support magnets natively. It also includes a user manual and an RFID blocking card to protect scammers from scanning your cards. Without any cards, I weighed the black version in at 123 grams or 4.4 ounces, with the brown leather version being slightly heavier at 129 grams or 4.6 ounces. With 5 cards inside, the black version weighed 150 grams or 5.3 ounces, and the brown leather version weighed 156 grams or 5.5 ounces. The MagFlip wallet with AirTag holder costs just a little more. $54.99 for the gold colour and $59.99 for the black colour, which I have. When you open up the package, you'll see the wallet's AirTag holder. It also includes an extended warranty card, instructions on how to install an AirTag, a user manual, a circular magnetic adhesive pad, and an RFID blocking card. With an Apple AirTag inserted, but no cards inside, I weighed the wallet in at 139 grams or 4.9 ounces. With 5 cards inside, the weight increased to 166 grams or 5.9 ounces. So I've given you some information as to what these MagSafe wallets are all about. Pricing, weight, specifications, all the marketing spiel. But what I'd like to do in this section is talk about my own experience of using them. So they were sent out 3 months ago, and in the first maybe 3 to 4 weeks, I was using these ones. I was using the ones without the Apple AirTag. And then I switched to this, and I've kept using this one. This is my wallet, and it's what I've been using as my wallet every day since I think the end of October 2025. So I've got experience of using all of them. Now, as far as weight and size goes, not everyone is going to like what these wallets are like. You know, they are thicker, they are a little bit heavier. Magnet strength is fantastic. But what I will say about that is I looked a lot into MagSafe wallets in the summer, and the thing is, if you want a thin and light MagSafe wallet, that MagSafe wallet will carry 1 card or 2 cards at max. These hold 5. And that is something you have to be aware of. If you want a wallet that carries more cards, it's going to be thicker, it's going to be heavier. That's just how it works. And it really is up to you to look at all the bank cards and credit cards and all the different things that you have and decide what you can leave in the house and what has to go into your wallet. And obviously, if you're using, like Apple Wallet, Google Wallet, etc., you can put some of them in the wallet and just leave the card at home. But I still carry, I've got it down to 5 cards, and that's including the RFID card thing, the blocker. Now, I will say I've been really happy with it, but there's one thing I want to talk about. It's not a good thing, I think, but it's something I have got used to. This is my old wallet. This is a very tatty leather covering, but it's one of those cases from Secret. And what I always loved about this was the way that cards pop out. So when you pull this thing at the bottom, sorry, you do that, and the card goes like that, and you can easily get to all cards. You can easily get to all those cards there, right? So you push it in and then pull that, and you could easily get to the card you want and switch to the card that you want. I always loved that about that wallet. We don't have that here. We really don't. So if I take these cards out that way, we'll put it into, let's say we go into this one. So I put them here like this. Oh, sorry. Put them there like that, close it over. That's how you put your cards in. Open it up when you're at the shop, push them up. Now you can see right there, when you push it up, all cards are at the same level. It's not like my old wallet that, tries to put them at different levels so you can easily select the one that you've got. So what you end up doing is that, you kind of go like that, or sometimes I'll lift all of them out to get to the one that I want, or start doing that. It's not a deal breaker because most of the time I'm using my phone to pay for something. I'm just using contactless. But when I do have to use the card, I will, find myself kind of fidgeting about with it at the checkout. So it's not as good as that in that regard. Again, for me, it's not usually a big issue because most of the time it's the supermarket and, under £100, I can just use my phone. It's not an issue. And yeah, the whole mechanism is great to use, because it's really secure in there. These cards are not going anywhere once they're in there. They're really not coming out. And the construction of this is fantastic. Now, this one here, you notice I've kept in the same pocket as car keys and house keys and all this, everything there. So there is a wee scratch there. And, that's not something that bothers me because, I'm throwing this in a pocket with so many different things, keys and different things. So it doesn't bother me that it's scratched, but it still looks fantastic. So from a construction point of view, yeah, these things are built to last. Now, as I showed you in the video, all of these have this kind of mechanism here, like that. Sorry, a lot of dust get in there. And they all have that same mechanism. The only difference between these is that this one has the Apple tag on it, which I've actually found to be quite useful. But that's the mechanism there, right? So what you do is, if you want to use this as a stand, you pull this out. This is the part where your cards would go, and then you just flip it, and that's you got a stand. And then you can, you can have your phone there if you wanted to, but what you're supposed to do is pull that up like that, and there's your stand. So what I'm going to do, just to demonstrate this, is switch to the webcam. I'll move this out of the way for now, and here it is. This is said wallet. So you can see, sits like that, absolutely solid. But what you can do now is flip it up like that. Oh, get the phone the right way, that helps. And do that. Now obviously if you go down too far, it's going to tip. So you need to kind of keep it upright. But you can get it into a really good angle like that. Now, not everyone's going to need that. Like my phone case has a stand built in, but you can see that is pretty sturdy. And it's quite a good height as well. If you're doing calls with friends, it's nice to raise the height up a little bit on a desk or something. So the stand is not something I need because my phone has a stand. That being said, the stand works great. So if you're looking for a MagSafe wallet that does have an integrated stand, then I think you're going to be pleased with what this offers. There's lots of different ways to do a stand in a MagSafe wallet, but in this case, because of the material that's used, because of the build quality, etc., this thing's absolutely solid. So I will say, and I have said this many times, but I will reiterate, I don't think these wallets are for everyone. There's a lot of people who want a MagSafe wallet, but they don't want their phone set up to get too bulky. If you've got your phone, you've got your case, and then you start adding in the MagSafe wallet as well, it starts becoming chunky. And not everyone wants that. I'm aware of that. And it's not been an issue for me because I usually keep my phone in one pocket and I keep this on the other. But what I have found myself doing is if I'm walking about the airport or I'm, somewhere where I need both, I'll just, slam that into the back of my phone and then I can just hold it like that. And then, when I'm not using it, I'll put it into separate pockets. That works for me, but for many people, if you only need 1 or 2 cards to take out with you on a daily basis, like a credit card for an emergency and something else, then I would go for something thinner and I would go for something lighter. But I've had a fantastic experience with these. So if you are looking for something that carries 4 or 5 cards and you're happy with, a little bit of weight, a little bit of bulk, these are fantastic. I think it was an easy transition for me because, I was walking about with that anyway. So effectively, I've got something the same size, but something that sticks to my phone. So many thanks again to SupCase for sending these wallets out. I've spent 3 months with them, and I have to say I have been incredibly happy with them. These are products I can recommend. They're built to last, and that kind of $40 to $60 range might scare some people away. But with this type of thing, you do get what you pay for. And if you look in the market out there, most of the better, MagSafe wallets that carry 4 to 5 cards, they are in that price range. So I'll put it over to you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. Check out some other reviews. Check out the official sales page, etc., to learn more about this. If you've got any questions, please do post a comment below. I'll do my best to answer them. As always, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, and until next time, take care.